AP Boys basketball coach Aaron Thomas joins me after a really good game here at Waverly Shell Rock. Unfortunately, the Falcons fall just short, 69-64. Always a nice game to have on your schedule whenever you're able to play a Class 3A team, but unfortunately, just a little bit short here tonight.
Yeah, the one stretch they got 3 run-out layups and we lost 12 in the zone twice, and that little stretch was a 9-0 run. That's the difference. You take that away. I liked our fight. We got down 11. Third, came back, got down 8-9 in the fourth, got all the way back, and so really appreciate the toughness that our guys showed, stayed with it, and playing against the physicality was very good for us, down the line, and for guys to do that without Benny, obviously, for us scoring is a little bit harder right now, but to get that many points against a pretty good defensive team, proud of that. We need to be better defensively. Some of that's transition and just limit it. And credit to them. They didn't have practice for us either. But playing Friday, Monday, we didn't have a chance to get through some of their stuff. But really proud of our kids and just the fight. It's been a good group to coach here. The varsity guys have really worked hard this first half of the year. Now we get a little break, and then we got to be ready to go right away second half.
Mm-hmm. And you guys found yourselves down by as many as 10 or 11 at one point in this fourth quarter. All of a sudden, you get a few stops. I mean, yes. You guys are putting yourselves in position. What can you say about that comeback attempt, even though you fell just short there?
Yeah, and they came back. We went 2 posts when Sully got the wind knocked out of him, took a great charge and pounded inside 3 straight trips, got 3, and we got stops, like you said, rebounds, and just not quite able to get all the way over the hump. But again, really proud of the fight. It was not a lack of effort, execution, too many turnovers, but fight was there. And we're kind of young, inexperienced crew when you think about it, and we'll just keep getting better and better, and we got to be our best come February.
Yeah, looking at some of the stats here, you ended up shooting over 50%. I had you unofficially 21 of 41, 7 of 14 from 3, and 15 of 20 at the line. So I mean, to shoot that well and not come out on top, that's certainly disappointing. But you're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, and it's the first time we've been over 50% in a while. So that was a high against one of the best defensive teams that we played. Definitely the most physical team. With that, so we'll build on that, and guys get a little break here, and then like you said, we got to really get back and get to work because we right away in January we got some big ones coming up.
Mm-hmm. And you had mentioned it briefly, but you went with the 2 big man look with Cole Brower and Charlie Wessels down there in the post. What can you say about getting that look in there, changing the personnel up a little bit?
Well, Gavin Allen was sick tonight, so we didn't have him to back up solely. So we had to play those 3 guys and playing a little more zone that allowed us to do that. But even late, we were man with both bigs in, and Cole's pretty athletic and moving. Charlie, for a freshman, does a really good job as well. It's something we'll continue to look at, continue to utilize, and obviously, if it's not this year, for sure next year, those guys are not going to play half a game. They're both going to have to be on the floor because they're 2 really good players. So, great crowd. It felt like a district final atmosphere here. We've had some district finals here before, and just an awesome crowd, awesome atmosphere. And again, proud of the guys, proud of our coaches for the plan that those guys came up with, and coached hard. And, now hopefully a good Christmas, and we look forward to 2026.
You bet. Tyler Wedking, 27 points, team high here in this one. Of course, everyone knows what he can do at the 3-point line, but at the free throw line tonight, where he did bulk of his damage, 10 of 11 shooting free throws here tonight. So really a different type of game for Tyler, but effective nonetheless.
And he was smart. He didn't just drift around the 3-point line. He was much more aggressive, getting downhill at him. If he got an advantage, he'd use it. And, so that was definitely a positive.
All right, so you move into the Christmas break here, 5-2 overall. We'll air this on the Coach's Corner here on Saturday as well. So just kind of thinking big picture here at this point. You finish the last couple of weeks here going into break with some really strong performances. You think back to Hudson, Dyke, New Hartford, and then a game tonight where we kind of just talked about. But it seems like you're bringing some momentum into this Christmas break.
Yeah, in this event, and he's progressing. And so hopefully everybody's got better. So when we get Benny back, you can't change. Everybody's got to stay elevated, and then Benny just does what he does, fits in, and it just gives us another score. It gives us a ton of leadership, and a guy who's played a lot of minutes. But I'm really proud of the group, every one of them, varsity level. Tonight proud of the JV fought. That's the hardest they've played, and some of those guys, are knocking on the goal. We might need them. So it was a very positive night. All in all, you wish you got 2 more wins. Our fresh off did a great job pulling away, but proud of this group. Enjoyed coaching them. Appreciate our coaches and our fans, for traveling this, making a great atmosphere.
All right, you have a few days off for Christmas here, certainly, but some valuable practice time, right? What are you hoping to accomplish here in these couple weeks between games now?
Yeah, we just got to polish up, work on finishing around the rim better, which I thought we were better at that tonight. And then, we'll go back. I'll watch quite a few of our games and just see the areas. We got to get a little bit better with our sets when we run things, just our execution. So now we'll take some time and really hit that here once we come back after a week off.
All right, maybe you're not thinking about this too much at this point, but you got quite a stretch to start up in January with GR and then Jessup right away with 2 pretty solid teams out of the gate there.
Yeah, I honestly, somebody asked me earlier who we play after Christmas. I have no idea. We've had enough tough games here to worry about that, and then we'll refocus. We'll really worry about ourselves until probably 2 days before, and then we'll start working GR. But we just got to get better at what we do. We'll have to get our legs back under shooting and condition, after a week off. But, hopefully the guys get away, enjoy it, and then they come back really hungry and we get where we're our best as we start postseason. That's the goal.
All right, any final thoughts you'd like to share here today?
No, just a great atmosphere, and again, just thank all of our fans for showing up. And, I think we only got 4 road games in 2026, a lot of home games, so hopefully a lot of Falcon fans will get out and support these guys and gals. J-Mo, appreciate all you do, best in the business. We're lucky to have you.
I appreciate the kind words. That's AP Boys basketball coach Aaron Thomas here on Radio on the Go Sports.